right. I have Cece and Conception with me. You two, take it away. I know you'll have a great time. Thank you.
Of course. All right, Conception, what are we playing today?
Oh, we're just playing the game of the year of 2001, which is Cartoon Summer Resort. You might know this game, you might not know this game. It was a web game from the early 2000s on the Cartoon Network website. It has 4 episodes. This category is the all episodes category, and we just basically play through it as fast as we can. So if we're good to go, I'll give us a countdown.
Go for it.
3, 2, 1, and go. All right. So as described, we do 4 distinct episodes here. We actually play as a different character for each episode, and this game is a item trading RPG, for lack of a better term. And what that means is we're going to be collecting items to then swap with characters to get other items that we need to solve whatever the issue of the episode is. For example, this episode is called Pool Problems, and what we need to do is we need to get 5 items that will plug up the holes in the plumbing of the pool, as well as a wrench in order to get into the pool house itself. So we're going to be doing all of that as fast as we can. Each of the episodes are very, very quick, so this is not too long of a run at all. But I'm very happy to get to showcase it because we need some more runners on this game. So if you are interested, we don't have a Discord or anything besides my own, but if you're interested, feel free to just whisper me. I'll get you everything you need to go. The interesting thing about this, so you might be wondering, because it's a web-based game from the early 2000s on a website that obviously doesn't exist anymore, at least not in that state, how am I playing this game, right? So I'm playing this game using a flash game preservation program called Flashpoint. It's developed by somebody named Blue Maxima, and it is basically a restoration project. What they did is they gathered all of these flash games for websites like Cartoon Network and Newgrounds and things like that, grabbed the source code for those games and put it on a program that people can access and use at will. So it's a very, very fascinating program. It probably has a lot of your favorite Flash games that you might have remembered from your youth, so definitely suggest checking it out if you haven't already.
Can I tell you, I am a huge Flash games buff, and I spent an entire month of my stream playing old Flash games.
Oh yeah, did you use Flashpoint? Yeah.
I did. I had a viewer request me to play this game, but I could not get it to work.
Yeah, so that's another thing. So the reason why you might some people haven't gotten it to work is that there's a special technology, because it's not only a Flash game, it's a shockwave game. So you have to download an other technologies portion basically in order to get it to work.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but it's utterly fascinating. That was one of the only points of RNG in the run, by the way, which is those ducks there and how they kind of pattern themselves. But I got decently lucky. All right, and this is going to be the end of episode 1. And we're on to episode 2. All right, so the first guy we play as in episode 1, his name is Uncle Gus. This guy's name is Longhair. Now, from my understanding, these were all characters from some kind of like different series on Cartoon Network, like some kind of like 15-minute shorts or something in between shows. I'm not exactly sure. I gotta get up on the lore a little bit here, but the 4 characters we play on had some kind of significance to the network at that time, and then obviously you're just seeing all these characters from all around us, from different, Cartoon Network shows around that time, like Johnny Bravo, like Dexter's Lab, and Powerpuff Girls and stuff like that. So we're on episode 2 here. Episode 2 is a pretty fun one. The issue that we're dealing with is that on the tennis court, Dexter from Dexter's Lab developed a robot that is supposed to help, just like serve tennis balls and stuff at you, but it's gone rogue and it's starting to attack people. So we got to shut down the robot. And you're going to notice a pattern here, but what we got to do is basically collect 5 things in order to plug up the holes of the tennis robot's cannons so it does not shoot tennis balls anymore. that's going to be the theme. The theme is collect 5 things and get to the end, for the most part. And it's just all about knowing the fastest ways to do that. You're gonna see in episode 3 coming up here. We're gonna take some shortcuts though. But episode 2 is actually one of the longer ones, so we gotta get through this one first. Oops. Don't want to hop in there yet, a little early. But we'll get there, don't worry. That's gonna be another big point of RNG in the run, is those crabs. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Alright, down here, towards our friend Courage the Cowardly Dog. Alright. Yeah, other than that, in these first 2 episodes, there's not much to discuss in terms of what to do in the run. All that we're going to be doing for 3 out of 4 of the episodes in this run is just learning the fastest path to getting objects that we need to get to our end goal. That's all it is. It's pretty simple. The route for all episodes has it. The world record is just under 13 minutes, 12:57. So it's a nice quick run, especially if it's a game that you kind of grew up with. All right, so here we are with the crabs. Now the crabs are very dangerous. If you hit a crab, it's going to teleport you to a random point. Each crab is locked into one point, so it's not random isn't the right word. But basically it's going to teleport you to a point on the map that you don't want to be in, except that last crab we do. So we have to grab the suit of armor first, because Dexter will not enter the tennis racket area, tennis courts I guess is the better term, without a suit of armor. But then we hit that crab on purpose in order to get to this area, because we're going to grab that turnip, which is one of the things we're going to use to clog the tennis court, the tennis robot with. And then we just have the long walk all the way there. So if there are any plugs or donations or anything like that we want to read, now's a great time as I just walk across the length of the map here. Alright, so we're just gonna head down. Tennis courts are actually, so we were in the bottom right corner of the map, and tennis courts are of course in the top left. But episode 2 is getting ready to end here. Apologies if the I'm trying to remember to take the cursor off every time, so apologies if I keep leaving the cursor on the screen there. You gotta show the cursor. It's very important, but because we got to do some clicking on here. But I'm trying to remember to take it off as much as I can. All right. I said
it's 4 a.m. It's scuffed.
It's scuffed. It's scuffed. That's right.
Scuffed hours.
What do you mean scuffed hours? I said this is game of the year. Remember?
That's right.
2001's game of the year. All right. So this is episode 3. We're playing as Vivian the cat. We're not going to do episode 3 the way it's intended. So episode 3, the premise of the level is that there's a volcano explosion and 2 things need to happen. 1, Courage the Cowardly Dog is trapped inside, so we need to save Courage, which that one we are going to do. The second one is that there are animals on the island next to the volcano that need to be partnered with somebody so they're saved. And then when you partner with them, they will unlock one of those 5 little stone tablets with their talismans. However, there's a little gap in the wall, like it's just you can just kind of walk through and hit a portal. So you can skip partnering all of the animals with their respective cartoon characters, for lack of a better term, and then we can just move right on to the end of the episode. And that's episode 3. And then this is the last episode of the four, which is called Disco Dilemma. This one is probably the most involved in terms of things to do, and probably the one that gave you the hardest time if you played this game when you were young, because you have to remember a little bit more. But if you're a speedrunner, professional, go faster like I am, it's not too hard. It's not too hard. So the premise is we got a disco party to end the summer, but all of the guys are too afraid to show up because I don't really know. They all have different problems. They don't have the proper suit, or they don't have a good enough wig or something like that. So they all got problems. So we got to solve their problems. Then we got to get all 5 of the guys in our inventory. And then at the end, we have to make sure they're partnered up with the proper dancing partner. Now, you would learn all this information by, of course, talking to everybody on the island and figuring out who's going to be a good match. However, lucky for us, it does not change. So the partners always remain the same. So we just can memorize who's supposed to go with who. This is another little RNG point if Mojo Jojo there likes to troll us a little bit. So yeah, we just have to be able to get the 5 individuals ready to go, which is luckily not too complicated.
Do you mind if I ask, why this game of all Flash games to speedrun?
As with any good speed game, in my opinion, at least, it's got to be a game you love, right? And this game just spoke volumes to my childhood. I mean, I played this game so much when I was a kid. Yeah, and I wanted to, you know, it was probably like over a year ago now that I wanted to just figure out a way to play it. So that's when I figured out how to play it using Flashpoint. And you know, I figured, hey, you know, I'm a speedrunner as well. Let me take a look, see if there's any leaderboards on here. And there's very, very, very few runners, but they were on there. And I decided to see if I can improve those times, and I did.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So I hold the world record for all episodes, and I hold the world record for each individual level. So I encourage you anybody out there, download this game and challenge me, because nobody has in over a year. So I would like to see some challenge.
You heard it here, folks. Get this man some competition.
That's right. Knock me down a peg. My self-esteem is just too high.
Julie 91, I'm looking at you. She's the one who asked me to play this when I did it on stream.
Yeah, good. You should play it on the stream. I mean, even casually, it's just a good time. It's just ridiculous and wacky, and you know, like every good Flash game should be.
There you go. I'll keep it in mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Oops. All right, so we've already got a couple of the guys here. So we got Chicken. We got Courage. We're about to get our friend IR Baboon as well. And then we just have to get Double D from Ed, Ed, and Eddie and Dexter. And then we make our way back to the disco. In a casual playthrough, I heavily encourage just bumping into each one of these cars, because usually they have something funny to say. Definitely do that. Alright, so almost done. We're getting really close already. Just a few more people to talk to. But just wanted to say, I'll start doing some wrap-ups here so we can start to get back on schedule a little bit. So thank you so much for, you know, including this as a nice little buffer block into the already jam-packed awesome schedule that is SpeedDocsAthon. I'm always happy to show this game off for anybody.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. If you're anyone, like I said, is interested in running it, just contact me personally. Like I said, we don't really have like a community Discord or anything, because there hasn't been a need for it. So I'll be happy to provide anybody with the resources, or you can just visit the speedrun.com page, speedrun.com/ccsr, and we can get you started over there too. All right, so we just got to make sure we click the right ones. Time is coming up. And time. There it is. Yeah, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Again, if you want to see some more fun action, or if you liked me for some reason, I will be running another game in probably about 10 hours or so from now, called Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, but it's probably not the Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets you're used to. So I definitely encourage you to come on by, and we may even have some cosplay going on. I'll have to check the donation incentive there, but we might have some fun with that.
That is true. Let's double check on that real quick.
Yeah, why not?
I think that Haven't made it there. We're $40 out of 300, but I have a really good feeling we're going to make that.
Oh, I mean, 300, that's nothing. That's chump change, guys. We got to get that mitt.
Chump change. We have 10 hours to do that. So
yeah.
We'll get there.
I live in Florida. That costume is super hot. Make me sweat on stream, please.
That's right.
But thank you so much for letting me showcase this game, and I'll see you all in a little bit.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. Thank you so much for your run, Conception. Great time. Great stuff.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh.